The grand ballroom of an exclusive five-star hotel was buzzing with laughter and the clinking of expensive champagne glasses. The city's wealthiest elites had gathered for a private gala, an invitation-only event where only the most powerful were welcomed. Luxury cars lined the driveway, and security guards in crisp black suits stood at every entrance, ensuring that only the right kind of people were allowed in. Keanu Reeves, dressed in his usual casual attire, ripped jeans and a simple black jacket, walked up to the entrance. His long hair was tied back, and a relaxed smile played on his lips. He wasn't here to impress anyone. He had simply come to support a friend who had invited him. But as he reached the front door, a burly security guard stepped in his way. "Excuse me, sir," the guard said, looking him up and down with a judgmental smirk. "This is a private event. Guests only." Keanu reached into his pocket and pulled out the official invitation. "I know," he said politely. "I was invited." The guard barely glanced at the invitation before shaking his head. "Nice try, buddy. This isn't the place for random nobodies. Step aside." Keanu raised an eyebrow. "I'm not a nobody. Just check the list." But before he could say more, another security guard joined in. "We don't need to check anything," he sneered. "People like you don't belong here." Without another word, they grabbed Keanu by the arm and forcefully led him away from the entrance, pushing him out onto the street. The guests nearby chuckled, whispering about the homeless-looking guy who had tried to crash the party. But what happened next turned the entire evening upside down. Inside the ballroom, the host of the event, a well-known philanthropist named Richard Cole, raised his glass and spoke into the microphone. "Tonight is about celebrating kindness and generosity," he said, smiling at the applauding crowd. "And I'd like to thank my good friend, Keanu Reeves, for being a part of this cause." The room fell silent. Guests exchanged confused glances. "Keanu Reeves?" someone whispered. "Wasn't he just kicked out?" Richard glanced around the room. "Where is he?" The security guards at the door stiffened. One of them leaned in to whisper to his colleague, his face turning pale. "Wait, Keanu Reeves? The Keanu Reeves?" The realization hit them like a truck. They had just thrown out one of the most respected and beloved actors in the world. The same Keanu Reeves who had donated millions to charity, helped strangers without seeking credit, and lived his life humbly despite his wealth. Panic set in. Richard's assistant rushed to the entrance, demanding to know what had happened. When the guards admitted their mistake, the assistant's eyes widened in horror. "Go find him, now!" Meanwhile, Keanu stood outside on the sidewalk, completely unfazed. He had pulled out his phone, texting his friend to let them know what had happened. A group of young fans recognized him and hesitantly approached. "Hey, are you Keanu Reeves?" one of them asked. Keanu smiled. "That's me." "What are you doing out here?" another fan asked. Keanu chuckled. "Got kicked out. Guess I didn't look fancy enough." The fans looked outraged. "That's insane. Do they even know who you are?" Keanu shrugged. "It's not about who I am. Some people judge based on appearance alone." Just then, the hotel doors burst open, and the security guards came running toward him, their faces filled with regret. "Mr. Reeves, we are so sorry," one of the guards stammered, completely out of breath. "We didn't recognize you. Please come back inside." Keanu looked at them for a moment, then shook his head with a small smile. "It's okay. I don't think I'll be attending after all." The guards exchanged nervous glances. "Sir, please. This was a mistake. We didn't mean to—" "Didn't mean to what?" Keanu interrupted, his voice calm but firm. "Didn't mean to judge someone by their clothes? Didn't mean to assume that someone who doesn't look rich must not belong?" The guards fell silent. Guests from inside the party had started gathering near the entrance, whispering among themselves. Some looked embarrassed, others genuinely ashamed. Richard Cole finally arrived, panting from rushing over. "Keanu, I'm so sorry," he said. "I can't believe this happened." Keanu shook his hand. "It's all right, Richard. But maybe this should be a reminder. If this is how they treat me, imagine how they treat someone who isn't famous." The weight of his words hung in the air. The guards lowered their heads. Some guests shuffled awkwardly. They had all witnessed the way Keanu was treated, and now the tables had turned. Keanu could have walked away, but he wasn't done yet. He turned to the guards. I'm not angry, but I hope you learned something from this. He gestured to a man standing nearby, a janitor, dressed in a simple uniform, holding a mop. What if he had walked in tonight? Would you have kicked him out too? One of the guards swore.